was it good to see that diverse group come together and play as a team tonight?
Yeah, we had scrimmaged a couple times and been practicing battling, trying to find rhythm, and there's so many new guys. We just kind of had some jitters trying to get to the game and play, just needed to get to the game and play. Half of the team hadn't played in this building, and so really happy that we were able to, win the game, get that under our belt, really defend. You take out the free throws, thought we fouled a little too much, we need to be more sound. But you take out the free throws, I thought we played a really good defensive game. So we can build on that. Left some opportunities out there on offense, got to be a little bit more sound with our decision making and ball handling and this execution. But that's what I kind of expected for a new group, and it was a good start for us.
Jack.
Coach, with all the new personnel, what do you kind of want the identity of this team to be, and do you feel like you guys lived up to that? Or took a step
Yeah, I mean, gritty is always going to be a part of it, and that's what I believe in terms of my DNA of coaching, but also that's what BC is about. They have tough teams that came through here. We team number 92. There's a lot of teams that have been here before us, right? So I just want to be able to, two things, be gritty, play tough, really be sound on the defensive end, and be smart on offense, execute, make good decisions with the ball. I thought 14 turnovers tonight was a little too many. And then it's the fouling, so that's where we can clean up. Those are correctable things. But it's a pursuit to get to it. Today was the beginning of the journey, and we'll keep pursuing our best. And I think we'll get there eventually. But I like this team, and really happy we were able to get this first one under our belt.
Coach, 22 points, career high for Donald Hand. How impressed were you with him tonight?
I mean, number one, I'm happy for him. He's going into his third year. He's kind of paid his dues. He's kind of been loyal, been around the program. Kind of like an elder statesman at this point. But just really haven't had to, even though he's a third-year player, he's only second year on the court. And he's really hadn't had the opportunity to play a ton, He did close out last year. The last 10 games, he averaged about 8 points a game, maybe 20 minutes. But now he's in a new role, and he stepped up, played good basketball tonight, was happy for him, and hopefully we can continue to build on that for him.
Coach, that first half, you guys ended the first half on a run to build a lead, create some separation. Then you guys kicked off the second half with a 6-0 run to kick it off, and then they called the timeout. Is that ideal how you want to end that half and how you want to start the half?
Yeah, that was the middle eight. Obviously, the middle eight of the game is important. The last 4 minutes, you want to establish something going in the locker room. They made that long three at the end. It was contested and it was long. And so we, hey, pat him on the butt. Good job for him. We contested it. So we wasn't really discouraged by that. I just thought the second half we got it to 17 points. The momentum was going our way. And there was a couple calls, block charge. We had a charge go against us for a layup, and then we had another one where we actually thought we took the charge, and they got an and one. So, there was a few things that happened in the game. A lack of soundness by our part on some decisions with some of the shots we took that allowed them to take that game from 17 back down to like 11 points. But we were on the verge of really opening that game up. And that was good to see. We got to keep working towards it, and maybe we'll be able to do that as we continue to grow our team.
Yeah.
Coach, the defensively, I know that's always been kind of one of your staples and your hallmarks. How much of that going into a season with new guys has to rely on, how in-depth can you get with them in the start, and then how do you execute that when you're, what are you relying on with them?
Been real simple so far, because it's like a lot of times when you teach something, you have a lot of people around you who can return and echoing it. They actually know exactly what you're saying, so they coach the new guys. But with this group, we do have returners, right? Chaz Kelly and Jaden Hastings and Fred Payne and Donald Hand and those guys. Elijah Strong. But none of them played a ton of minutes and really had to be, like even at the end of that game, we try to close the game and win it. Well, they haven't really had to do that. So everything's a new learning experience, which is pretty exciting, but we got to go through it, right? And the night was the start.
Kind of simplistic, Coach, but just winning the opener, what does that mean? How do you bring that into practice, bring that into the next game?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of games on tonight, and half of them 0-1 and half of them 1-0. So I'm glad we're on the winning side of it. I already can see the plays that I need to watch on film and help these guys understand where we need to be better. So it's like, it's obvious stuff. You know, I can see it playing back in my mind now, and they're correctable. So, you know, we'll get back in there on Wednesday and just get back to work. Try to see if we get 1 or 2% better.
Coach, Chad mentioned when he was talking about plays that was like, what was it, 8EVG, it was an acronym that began.
Yeah,
just on play, like how much of that in a game like this do you see out of those players? The energy plays that they go out and
ton.
get out
you know,
there.
Block shots, loose balls, steals, deflections, you know, offensive rebounds, and those guys, they were flying around. You know, I'm proud of their efforts. You know, I know for them, and you know, probably people who watch, they say, well, you know, how is this team going to be? Well, we can't get caught up in that. We got to get caught up in the process of becoming the best team we possibly can be as we go through the season. So tonight was a good start. Again, we'll get back in there and clean some things up, and then we'll get ready for the next one.
No, promise I'll learn the acronyms before the year's over.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll figure it all out. Yeah, you hang around enough. You stay around the barbershop long enough, you eventually get a haircut, right?
Yeah.
So you'll figure it out.
Chaz Kelly, obviously one of the main returners with Donald Hand. He was quiet tonight, 0 points in 20 minutes. How do you look to get him more involved in the future?
Yeah, he got in foul trouble. So we had other guys, you know, kind of stepped in and you know, kind of took over when he was on the bench with those foul troubles early. But, you know, Chaz is a good kid, good player. I mean, he'll be fine. You know, we won the game. He went back in at the end of the game. He actually helped us make that run to get it to 17. And then he helped us close it out. So he'll be fine. Didn't score much, but I thought his presence and his leadership was crucial for us.
43 rebounds, 14 offensive. You guys win the rebounding battle. You get to the free throw line 28 times. Those like the little things and details that helps you guys when you guys play more physical teams.
Yeah, I mean that's who we strive to be. We want to be physical. We want to be tough if we can. We want to hang our hat on that, have some grit to us. You know, we did it tonight, and you know we just got to continue to try to build on it.
Coach, it's always nice to win the opener. Did this win have a little more significance, seeing as that's where your career started, coaching at the Citadel?
You know, yeah, I mean, I didn't realize I had this jacket on. Somebody told me it looked like I kind of had a Citadel color, but I didn't realize it, but I guess I thought it was green, but it was blue. But, you know, I started there in 2000, lived in the barracks, you know, with the cadets, ate in the cafeteria, peanut butter and jelly and bananas, taking them back to the barracks, you know. So, yeah, you know, it's humble beginnings. That's kind of where I started. I was very thankful that Pat Dennis gave me the opportunity there. Ed Conroy actually picked me up and took me on a recruiting visit to, you know, a Division II school he was coaching at back in '98. So I've known Ed, you know, 20-something years. So, you know, when I see the Citadel, you know, I grew up right there. I coached at the College of Charleston, right across the river. Like, so, yeah, Citadel actually have a special place in my heart. I love the Citadel, you know. A lot of my good friends in Charleston are Citadel alums or supporters. I see them when I go back home. So it is a special place to me. It's where I started my career. They have good, high-character kids that come through there. They work hard. So, yeah, I wanted to win the game regardless of who it was, but, you know, it does ring a little bit more with the name.
Luka Tays got his first action today. Like, what did you see from him?
Just calm and collective. Just calm and collective. That's kind of what I've seen from him just the whole time since he's been on campus. You know, the practices and the scrimmages. Calm and collective. You know, true point guard, runs his team. So thought it was a good start for him tonight. You know, 10, 11 minutes for a freshman guard in that type of game. Really happy to have him in our program. And I think as he continues to go through the season, his game is going to continue to elevate.
Coach, Deion Brown, one of the more talented guards on the team, he had the broken nose or in the mess today. He didn't start, obviously, and then he didn't play the final 10 minutes of the game. I might look like he was nursing something on the sideline. Do you have any concerns with him?
No concern. He just didn't practice. You know, he had a physical hit in practice with the nose, so he just got the mask 2 days ago. And he maybe practiced, you know, 20% in 2 days. So we didn't want to really, we want to get him the mask and let him get comfortable in it. But usually when you don't practice a lot, you don't play a lot. You know, it's simple. If you don't practice at all, you probably won't play at all. And so his playing time tonight was a reflection of how much he had practiced over the last 2 days. But he's been special for us, you know, in our scrimmages and our practices. So hopefully now he can get back in practice, find his rhythm as we continue to move forward.
Last one.
You talked about the new group closing games. Obviously now in college basketball, not only is it important to win, but also win by a large amount with Ken Palm and the metrics. How confident are you, in this group being able to do that going forward?
Yeah, like I said, it's a process, so you day by day, I know they look at the spread, they say, what's the spread, and try to, win more than the spread. I didn't really look at the spread, so I don't know what the spread was, but, we won by 10, had it at a level where we could open the game up, wasn't able to capitalize on it, so we learn from it, and then you try to get better from what you learn and get to the next game. That's kind of how we're going to approach it.
Great. All right. Thanks,